interested in knowing the coins that I hold in my personal crypto portfolio? So keep watching because I'm going to give you a breakdown of all of the coins that I hold. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing really well. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. I do a lot of study, career, and personal finance related videos here on my channel. If that's something of interest to you, then please do subscribe to my channel down below, and be sure to follow me on my Instagram as well. I'll leave it up here for you guys to check out. But also guys, I wanted to thank you guys for all of the support, all of the appreciation for my website. I did launch a website in case you weren't aware of it. It's basically one-on-one consulting sessions, CV writing prep, cover letters, LinkedIn profile reviews, and I've got a few free resources available on my website as well. So if you are interested, then head over to successbysanjna.com, or I'll leave it in the description box below. Now, let's just get started on today's video. So, I'm going to be obviously giving you guys a breakdown of all of the coins that I hold in my crypto portfolio. I know I really haven't spoken much about crypto. It's just about me sort of talking about, how you can set up an account. And I recently showed you guys how you can do that with Swyftx. That is the exchange where I hold all of my cryptocurrency as well. So Swyftx have offered my viewers who click on the link in the description box below. This is the Swyftx link, and this will get you $10 free Bitcoin. So $10 worth of free Bitcoin just by signing up and verifying your account. So yeah, if you are interested in getting started, then be sure to click on the link down below. Basically, I did talk about Swyftx before, but it is my trusted exchange that I use. It's an Australian-based exchange. They do also cater for New Zealand users as well. They have over 250 crypto assets on there as compared to other, crypto exchanges that I've worked with before. And they do have over 200,000 registered users. So quickly, a few reasons why I do love using Swyftx. Basically, they've got a demo feature on their website. Now, I love this feature. I think it's great for beginners, great for intermediate users that are wanting to sort of, get their hands dirty with, playing around, seeing what it's like, using the platform. So yeah, the demo feature is something that I absolutely love. They've also got an app as well, which I think is very handy. A lot of crypto exchanges, or the ones that I've used in the past, haven't had an app. So having an app is just so easy, so convenient. Their verification process doesn't take more than like a minute. It's honestly very simple, very quick and easy, and it's a no fuss sort of verification process, and they have low fees as well. So definitely recommend you checking it out. All the information is in the description box below. Now, let's just get started on today's video because I know you guys are very excited to see what coins I hold in my personal crypto portfolio. Now, just briefly talking about, why I decided to actually invest into cryptocurrency. I think the main reason for me was that, I don't want my money sitting in a bank account earning like 0.0001%, because I feel like that is just not a good return. There are so many other ways of, earning passive income and, getting more for your money out there. So leaving my money in a bank account just wasn't for me. And if you are actually doing that, then I highly suggest that you do your research and you look into other investment options, because having your money sitting in a bank account earning less than 1% is probably not the best sort of return on your investment. You guys obviously all know that I have invested in real estate before as well. So real estate is your safe option. There's average returns of about 7%. These are leverage returns, but in terms of shares, they haven't really been something that have caught my eye. They are overvalued in line with their profit and earnings ratio, so I really haven't looked into them too much. But in terms of cryptocurrency, this is the year, this is the bull cycle that we're seeing. You guys would have seen that this is very popular. There's a lot of news articles, a lot of media attention around cryptocurrency and how it's taking off this year. Not sure if you guys have heard, but the returns are insane, about 100 to 200% returns on cryptocurrency, hence why I'm so heavily involved this year. And not only this year, but I did start investing in 2017, and since then I have been dollar cost averaging in. If you don't know what that means, that's basically me putting aside a certain amount of money each month and building up my portfolio that way. And you can do it periodically as well. When you do get paid, you can set aside a certain amount of money to be contributed to your crypto portfolio. Of course, this is non-financial advice. I do recommend everyone to do their own research and educate themselves. There are so many YouTubers out there who are always talking talking about cryptocurrency, but of course I do recommend getting professional advice as well before you do look into investing. So personally for me, I do believe in cryptocurrency. I believe in the technology that is backed by it, and I think most importantly it's all about diversifying your risk. I don't want to have to just be tied up with just real estate. I do want to diversify my risk, and which is one of the reasons why I decided to look into cryptocurrency as well. And honestly, with this year being the bull cycle year, what everyone's predicting, where prices are just going to take off, it just makes sense to really be looking into this. The last bull cycle did happen in 2017, 2018, and unfortunately I did miss out. I didn't actually invest at the right time. I invested obviously after when it was the dip, but that's okay because now I've been able to take advantage, and obviously this year the prices have increased, so I have been able to see some good returns in my holdings. So that takes me to my next point, which is the much awaited my crypto portfolio and what coins I've been sort of investing in over the last few years and recently as well. I do just want to preface this as well by saying that obviously cryptocurrency is very volatile. There are always changes of about 20-30% in a day, and if you're not comfortable with that, then this may not be something for you to look into, because you do need to be comfortable with knowing that your money may not be there the next day. But that's obviously all part of the risk and reward side of things. All right, now let me show you what my personal crypto holdings look like. All right, so I've got a pie chart here which sort of goes through my personal crypto holdings. So looking at the first one, we've got Cardano here, which makes up about 28% of my entire portfolio, which is more than a quarter, which is insane. As you can see, I do have all the altcoins. I do not actually invest in Bitcoin, but I'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But as you can see here, 28% of my entire holdings is ADA, Cardano. So I invested into Cardano in 2018. So it's definitely very, very low when I purchased it. And yeah, I just believe in the technology behind it. And some people say that it is the Ethereum killer. So I'm not sure how true that is, but yeah, let's move on to the next one, which is Ethereum. So 11% of my portfolio is made up of Ethereum. So the technology behind Ethereum is interesting because, for example, apps like Facebook and Google, they collect and store the information, obviously of their millions of users that they've got in their servers. So this means that the data that they've kept is in a very small number of locations, and this is what's called centralization. Now, if someone was to sort of, hack into these locations, then we'd all be in very big trouble. We'll all lose our information. Now, how Ethereum works is by removing the need to trust lots of apps with private information. So it does this with decentralization and of course using the blockchain technology. So I don't want to get too much into it because that is obviously very nerdy of me to know that. But if you are interested in that, then definitely let me know if you want a video around this. But let's move on. So here I've got 11%. So 11% of my holdings is in other. Now these are all sort of smaller altcoins that I do have. These are made up of, Kusama, Injective Protocol, 1inch, Band Protocol, Kodi, and or Mantra DAO. So those are the coins there. Then obviously if we move on, we've got Polkadot or DOT. And that makes up about 9% of my portfolio. Of course, NEO as well is about 8%. With NEO, I invested this in 2018 as well, and obviously I haven't seen great returns with this, but I have held on to it since then. Now another 8% is obviously with Solana as well. I recently invested into this, I think earlier this year. And let's move on to now Uniswap. Uniswap makes up about 6%, and then we've got SushiSwap, which makes up about 5%. Now, these are all decentralized finance exchanges where you can really buy and sell tokens or, crypto coins as well. I've got then obviously PancakeSwap, which makes up about 4% of my entire portfolio, as does, VeChain, and 3% is Decentraland as well. And then we've got Chainlink. Okay guys, so that's a little bit about, the breakdown of the coins that I'm currently holding. Let me know if you'd like to see a video on the actual breakdown of my investments and how much I've actually invested into cryptocurrency, and a step-by-step breakdown of all the coins that I've got and how much I've invested into them. Do let me know by hitting the like button down below. That will give me an indication as to whether you do want to see videos like this in the future. Now, heading back into why I haven't been purchasing Bitcoin, or why I've never really purchased Bitcoin. I feel like I sort of, missed the boat on that one. I feel like, at the end of the day, it's all a numbers game. And with Bitcoin, it's just so incredibly, high right now, the price, that if you were to have maybe a 2x or a 3x, 4x sort of return, it would be harder to achieve that. So Bitcoin would need to obviously double in price for you to achieve, the same return, as opposed to, some of the smaller altcoins. So for the smaller altcoins to double or triple in price, it's a lot easier because, we're working with smaller numbers. So yeah, I just feel like it may not be a good percentage return for me to get involved into Bitcoin. It's just generally easier for the altcoins to, double or triple in value as compared to Bitcoin, because it is already very high. Now, a question which a lot of you guys have asked me is, when do I plan to sell? That's a hard one, because none of us really know, how high these coins are going to get and what, market cap they'll reach. So yeah, that's a tough one for me, but I am trying to keep myself informed and trying to sort of stay up to date with all the big YouTubers, all the crypto YouTubers out there, and really taking on their advice, because they're the professionals in this. But I think the main purpose for me to do this video was to just really introduce you guys to the whole crypto game as well, and really be transparent and honest with you and let you know what I'm doing with my money. Because I know I've spoken about, real estate investing before on my channel. That is something that I absolutely do, but I did want to show you, the crypto side of things as well. And maybe that can get, a conversation started with you and your friends and get you, thinking about, what you should do with your money. Of course, I do want to obviously, say that if you are looking to invest in cryptocurrency, just because of all of the volatility, you do need to go in with the mindset that you may potentially lose your money as well. Now, another thing that I'd like to mention is, obviously with my superannuation, or my 401k, as I believe the Americans you do call it, my retirement savings, I am actually looking at switching that up to, self-managing my super fund, because I do want that choice. I want that freedom to really decide where my money is put, and I do want to have, full responsibility, full ownership and control over it. So I have decided to switch my super into a self-managed super fund. I'm still in the process of getting that done. Still a long way to go, because there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done and your accountant has to get involved, and I'm just waiting on the confirmation. But that is something that I'm really looking to, investing heavily into crypto. So those funds that I do, once I do get them, I am looking to invest into cryptocurrency. I will make the decision as to whether I do it this financial year or next financial year, just because, depending on the bull cycle and when that does end, I don't want to miss out on any good opportunities. But that is a video for another day. But guys, that's essentially everything that I wanted to sort of go through. Of course, as I mentioned, check out the links in the description box below. There's discount codes for you to get, $10 worth of free Bitcoin just upon verification via Swyftx. So definitely recommend looking into that, and of course doing your research as well. But that's it, guys. I will now catch you guys in my next video. Thanks, guys.